Detective Comics number 1086 releases on June 25th, 2024, Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. And I've been reviewing the past few issues of Detective Comics on my YouTube channel here. So this is the latest issue. And so if you don't want spoilers or, uh, don't want to have any surprises, don't look at this video. turn the channel. Um, just as a little forewarning. However, I'm not going to try. I'm going to try not to show everything. I don't think it's really fair for YouTubers to like show a whole entire comic that has just come out. Um, because how else are these publishers supposed to make money if people are just showing them on YouTube and you can read them for free? You can see the price there of this issue is $4.99. Sometimes people may wonder, gee, is it worth $4.99? Well, it does have 30 pages of comics in it. In this particular issue, like 22 pages of the Batman story and then an 8-page Two-Face backup story. So what did I think of this comic, which I just finished reading about 8 minutes ago? It looks all right. I didn't enjoy it as much as the past several issues. Probably didn't enjoy it as much as last issue, which I didn't enjoy as much as the issue before that. So we're kind of going on a downhill trend here. However, it's not bad. The one thing I didn't like, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. This opening is interesting. I mean, you get right to the action, but and then you have this great scene here. Batman has taken on all these thugs, and he's talking to Two-Face, and apparently seeming to want Two-Face's help or to thank him for his help. Now the problem is, and then you get into this bit here. Dula Dent, who's been known as the Joker's daughter, or also the Two-Face's daughter, but her moniker, was the Joker's daughter back in the late 70s when the character was introduced. Is living in this town, I guess it's Gotham, and everything is all hunky-dory. And, the guy is washing his car, and the old lady is, feeding her cats and reading the newspaper, and Dula Dent is just fine with the world. This is the best part treasured moments of mundanity, if that's even a word, reminding her that life is lived in the moment. But then the Joker shows up, who you remember last time Catwoman was trying to get him to like oppose the orgams, I guess. And he's sort of saying that this is a facade, this is a joke, haha. And it kind of ties in. He kind of does this horrible thing where he apparently puts this old lady's cat in the microwave for 2.5 minutes or whatever, and he's saying that she's going to be blamed for it, and that this whole Pleasantville, is just this big facade and so forth. Now, the weird thing about this is earlier, Batman, the problem I had with this comic was that Batman is sort of leaning into the darkness. And there's all this, a lot of times the characters are talking very much like all the same character in a way. They're all sort of talking in a sort of pretentious style. It is an impossible task to separate oneself from their darkness. You try telling me this. It's like blah, 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 blah. He's talking about the orgams. They're trying to save Gotham by severing it from its darkness. I'm going to stand against them. Okay, but isn't the darkness like the thing that you're fighting? To me, it just sounds like a confused, pretentious jumble. Batman is dressed that way to scare criminals who killed his parents. it's not about him embracing the darkness, um, as like in the sense of villainy or evil. You know, he's fighting evil. So why is he like teaming up or thanking, apologizing or whatever it was with Two Face, who is, as we see later, is willing to do evil things based on the flip of a coin. You know, he's not someone who can be trusted, or, I don't know. And the Joker being part of this, it's making it seem like the Joker is sort of this freedom fighter in a way. Uh, but it has a sense of a very adolescent feel to it, of, sort of like the teenager who is against the plastic suburban life, and he wants to be more real, and tear off the mask, the facade, and, you know, be more edgy and, all this stuff, and not be like his parents and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I probably would have really thought this was cool when I was 18, but as an adult, I kind of think, what are you talking about? There's a whole big thing with Commissioner Gordon, who he really doesn't sound to me like himself. Uh, it's like he talks to Renee Montoya, the uh, Question, who's the commissioner now, and he says, "This is why we need him, Renee," meaning Batman. "So you and I get to keep our hands clean," while he thrusts his hands beneath the skin. Again, really, Commissioner Gordon talks that way. I don't know who this guy is with the fingers. I remember back in the '60s there was a character with a bunch of fingers, but I didn't see this character's name being referenced, which is, probably a failure by the writer. And then you get this pretentious page where, we had seen Batman get hung in several issues ago. Then you get this panel of showing the JFK assassination right after this, and then Gandhi being assassinated. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Is it well, it can't be Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, because he's dressed funny. He has looks like a ponytail. Who is this supposed to be? Uh, the guy that assassination caused World War One, or who is it? I don't know. They don't say, but um, it's just so pretentious. It's like they will find an icon of power and they will excise it, enforcing change through aspiration or through fear. It's like I don't know. It seems like way too pretentious. And everybody is talking that way. The Origons talk that way. And then, it's like, we will set them loose upon a city that has forgotten them. But surely for the ones in their high castles, this is not a terror of their own making. No, blah, 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 blah. And then there's all this destruction. And again, Batman is saying, in this city, there are still those of us that keep the dark. It's like, really? Yeah, you're dressed like dark characters, but you don't keep the dark. You're not upholding the dark, i.e., the bad things, the evil. That's what the Joker does, right? I don't get it. And then I don't want to ruin this, but the Joker's daughter is now been turned. And again, we have the pretentious, someone has threatened to, she's going to show Gotham their real face, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now we get a Two-Face backup story. And basically, this one isn't that good. Two-Face is going to punish this young guy who, when he was trying to do a deal with these gangsters, the kid shot and killed this guy from a rival gang who had noticed that he was stealing some stuff. So he's going to punish him. But the Two-Face being all about duality, it's like he's the judge and Harvey Dent and the Two-Face side of him are hashing it out, arguing about what to do. Should the kid be saved or should the kid be killed? Again, it's kind of over the top. But we all know this is the predictable part of the story. We all know. I don't even have to show you what's going to happen on the next page. We all know what's going to happen. Two-Face flips the coin and it's clean side up. You know he's not going to kill the kid, right? Now, I was thinking at this point, maybe in the last page, there's going to be a thing where you think, aha, the kid is going to get killed. You know, like he's gonna wipe his hands clean of it, but he'll make sure that the kid gets killed anyways. Well, that doesn't happen. The kid is sent on a ride and doesn't come back. Like he's told to basically leave Gotham, and that's it. So that was a bit of a disappointment. It's still a good comic. I don't want to knock it too much. Detective Comics is always good, I think, but not as strong as the previous issues have been that I've read. Um, these covers are really kind of strange, you know. Uh, they're not like typical superhero covers, not like typical Batman covers. They're sort of artsy in a way, almost like, you know, Vertigo uh, labeled covers, you know, or like the Sandman or something like that, Hellblazer or something. They don't. I'm not sure what people make of these covers. You know, I'm not buying them because of the covers. I'm buying them because it's Detective Comics, and I'm a fan, longtime reader, and you know, so I respect the history of Detective Comics, and it's great that it's still being published, and it's on issue number 1086, as you can see there. You know, this comic has been published since 1937, and here we are in 2024. So that's why I'm buying it. I appreciate that and I respect that, but I don't know what people think of these covers. You know, they're kind of, I don't know if they would grab the casual reader. But if you're interested in a serious Batman comic, you know, serious and veering into the pretentious, this might be what you're looking for. Um, so it has its good and bad parts. Not sure if I can really recommend it. I do recommend the previous few issues, but I'm still reading it, still enjoying Detective Comics, but I just didn't like this one as much as the last few. Anyways, looking forward to see what comes next. And we'll be having a new writer in a few issues, so we'll see where it goes from there. That's it for this time. Thanks for watching.